America's powerhouses, the states shaping the nation's destiny. The United States, a sprawling federal republic, thrives on the unique strengths of its 50 states, each contributing distinct economic, social, and strategic prowess. Beyond the political sway of battleground states, a select group of states wield unparalleled influence, driving innovation, fueling prosperity, and safeguarding national security. These powerhouses are not merely hubs of production and consumption but locomotives of progress, steering America's long-term vision and shaping its political, cultural, and economic future. Join us on a riveting journey to uncover the states defining the destiny of the United States in 2024. California, the Golden Titan, spanning 423,970 square kilometers, California, bordering Oregon, Nevada, Arizona, Mexico's Baja California, and the Pacific Ocean, is America's third largest state and its most populous, with 38.9 million residents. Boasting a GDP of nearly $4.1 trillion and a per capita income of $104,713, California's economy ranks fifth globally, surpassing India. Its diverse climate and population fuel a multifaceted economy, excelling in agriculture, technology, entertainment, trade, and tourism. Los Angeles, home to Hollywood, pulses with media and tourism, while San Francisco's Silicon Valley hosts tech giants like Apple, Alphabet, and Nvidia. The Central Valley, a 58,000 square kilometers agricultural powerhouse, supplies 25% of U.S. fruits and nuts. Strategically positioned on the Pacific, California hosts 123 military bases, 27.3% of the nation's total, and 157,360 active duty personnel. With San Diego's naval base among the world's largest, California's economic might and military presence make it a cornerstone of America's global influence. North Dakota, the energy vanguard. North Dakota, a 183,115 square kilometers inland state bordering Canada, Minnesota, South Dakota, and Montana, is sparsely populated with 784,000 residents. Its 2024 GDP of $75.7 billion and per capita income of $96,596 belie its modest size. Agriculture dominates, leading the U.S. in spring wheat, 53%, durum wheat, 54%, canola, 83%, and flaxseed, 73%. Energy is its second pillar, with vast lignite coal reserves and oil production ranking second nationally at 1.97 million barrels daily. The Bakken Formation has turned cities like Williston into oil boom hubs, straddling the Great Plains and Canada's border. North Dakota's strategic role is bolstered by 3 military bases, including Minute Air Force Base, and 7,065 active duty personnel, 0.9% of its population, among the highest per capita. North Dakota's resources and defense capabilities anchor America's heartland. Michigan, the industrial heartbeat. Michigan, a 250,497 square kilometers powerhouse in the Great Lakes region, borders Wisconsin, Indiana, Ohio, and Canada's Ontario via Lake Superior, Michigan, Huron, and Erie. With 10.04 million residents, its 2024 GDP of $703.3 billion ranks 14th nationally, with a per capita income of $70,600. Detroit, a global automotive icon, drives industries like car manufacturing, $113.3 billion in revenue, auto parts wholesaling, $70.2 billion, and vehicle sales, $63.5 billion. Real estate, professional services, and tech also contribute 44.9% to GDP. Michigan's Great Lakes location makes it a vital trade conduit, with Detroit's ports linking inland U.S. to Atlantic routes. Its 1,810 active duty personnel support regional security, ensuring Michigan's industrial and strategic clout shapes America's economic backbone. Texas, the Lone Star Colossus. Texas, the second largest state at 695,660 square kilometers, borders borders Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Mexico, and the Gulf of Mexico. Home to 30.5 million, its 2024 GDP of $2.7 trillion, larger than Brazil's, ranks second globally among subnational entities, with a per capita income of $88,835. Texas leads U.S. agriculture with 231,000 farms, topping livestock revenue. Since the 1901 Spindletop oil discovery, energy dominates, producing 15.6 billion barrels of recoverable oil, 44% of U.S. reserves, and 32% of national natural gas. Its refineries, like Motiva in Port Arthur, process 5.95 million barrels daily, with 59 military bases, second only to California, and 111,500 active duty personnel. Texas is a defense juggernaut. Its economic and military might make it a linchpin of America's global strategy. Louisiana, the Gulf's trade gateway. Louisiana, a 135,000 square kilometer state bordering Texas, Arkansas, Mississippi, and the Gulf of Mexico, houses 4.6 million people. Its 2024 GDP of $326.8 billion and per capita income of $71,419 reflect a dynamic economy driven by agriculture, oil, gas, and trade. The South Louisiana port, spanning 87 kilometers along the Mississippi, handles 60% of U.S. grain exports, processing 256.9 million tons of cargo in 2023. The Port of New Orleans, a key container and cruise hub, generates $100 million annually. Louisiana's deep water ports underpin global trade, while its 14,403 active duty personnel bolster Gulf security. Louisiana's trade and defense roles make it a vital southern artery. Florida, the Sunshine Powerhouse. Florida, a 170,312 square kilometers peninsula between the Gulf of Mexico and Atlantic, borders Georgia, Alabama, and lies 150 kilometers from Cuba. With 22.6 million residents, its 2024 GDP of $1.7 trillion ranks fourth nationally, surpassing Indonesia, with a per capita income of $74,976. Tourism thrives, with Magic Kingdom Park drawing 17.72 million visitors in 2023. The Port of Miami, the world's largest cruise port, generates $43 billion annually, supporting 334,500 jobs. Florida's 12,170 kilometers coastline and 56 military bases, hosting 66,399 personnel, make it a critical defense line for the Atlantic, Gulf, and Caribbean. Florida's economic vibrancy and strategic position amplify its national influence. North Carolina, the industrial trailblazer. North Carolina, a 139,391 square kilometers state bordering Virginia, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, and the Atlantic, has 10.8 million residents. Its 2024 GDP of $760.1 billion and per capita income of $70,543 reflect a diverse economy led by tobacco, manufacturing, and tech. Charlotte's International Airport, the 11th busiest in the U.S., and the Port of Wilmington connect global markets. Fort Liberty, America's largest military base, spans 650 square kilometers, housing the 18th Airborne Corps and Special Operations Command, with 91,074 personnel. North Carolina's industrial strength and military might drive America's southeastern ascendancy. Virginia, the strategic nexus. Virginia, a 110,788 square kilometer state between the Atlantic and Appalachians, hosts 8.7 million people. Its 2024 GDP of $759.2 billion and per capita income of $87,111 stem from government, military, agriculture, and tech. The Pentagon, headquarters of U.S. defense, and Norfolk's Naval Station, the world's largest naval complex with 75 ships and 134 aircraft, Anchor Virginia's 51 bases and 126,615 personnel. The third highest per capita, Dulles and Reagan National Airports serve over 20 million passengers annually. While NASA's Wallops Flight Facility pioneers commercial space launches, Virginia's defense and innovation hubs shape America's strategic core. Pennsylvania, the electoral keystone. Pennsylvania, a 119,283 square kilometer state bordering New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, West Virginia, Ohio, and Canada's Ontario, has 13 million residents. Its 2024 GDP of $789.56 billion, ranking 20th globally, and per capita income of $60,900 are driven by manufacturing hubs like Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and Lehigh Valley, hosting 23 Fortune 500 companies. The Port of Erie, a major Great Lakes hub, bolsters trade. As a swing state with 20 electoral votes, Pennsylvania's urban centers like Philadelphia and Pittsburgh sway presidential elections. Its 2,317 active duty personnel underscore its defense role, making it a political and economic linchpin. New York, the global capital. New York, a 141,298 square kilometers state bordering New England, Canada, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and the Atlantic, is home to 19.6 million. Its 2024 GDP of $1.8 trillion, 11th globally, and per capita income of $90,731 reflect its economic dominance. New York City, the world's capital, hosts the United Nations, NYSE, and NASDAQ, the largest stock exchanges by trading volume and market capitalization. The Hudson Valley's tech corridor, with IBM and TSMC, and Long Island's Hauppauge Industrial Park, $13 billion revenue, fuel innovation. With 18,261 active duty personnel, New York safeguards the East Coast, cementing its global influence. Alaska, the Arctic Sentinel. Alaska, America's largest state at 1,723,337 square kilometers, borders Canada, Russia's Chukotka via the Bering Strait, and the Arctic and Pacific Oceans. With 733,400 residents, its 2024 GDP of $69.8 billion and per capita income of $95,164 are driven by seafood, $6 billion annually, and oil, with Prudhoe Bay producing 400,000 barrels daily. The Trans-Alaska Pipeline pumps 2.1 million barrels daily, just 80 kilometers from Russia. Alaska's strategic position near the Arctic's Northwest Passage enhances its defense role, with 47 bases and 27,484 personnel, 2.8% of its population. The second highest per capita, Alaska's resources and geopolitics fortify America's northern frontier. Hawaii, the Pacific Bastion. Hawaii, a 28,311 square kilometers tropical archipelago 3,200 kilometers southwest of the mainland, is America's only island state, with 1.4 million residents. Its 2024 GDP of $114.7 billion and per capita income of $80,800 stem from tourism, defense, and agriculture, sugarcane, bananas. Tourism thrives, while 49 military bases, including the Pacific Fleet's headquarters, house 44,420 personnel, 3% of the population. The highest per capita, Oahu's Pacific Missile Range facility tests cutting-edge weapons. Hawaii's strategic Pacific position and military might make it America's gateway to Asia and beyond. From California's economic juggernaut to Alaska's Arctic vigilance, These 12 states are the beating heart of America's destiny. California, Texas, and New York drive global commerce, while North Dakota and Louisiana fuel energy and trade. Michigan and North Carolina power industry, and Florida's tourism and defense shine. Virginia's military might, Pennsylvania's electoral sway, Alaska's geopolitics, and Hawaii's Pacific dominance complete this mosaic. Together, they forge America's path, blending innovation, resources, and strategy to shape a nation that leads the world.